Hello, my name is Patricia Bennett with PC Bennett Solutions, and today I'm going to show you how to add a new inventory item for your automotive industry. In this case, I've decided to add a tachometer. So I'm going to go to New Stock Item, and I'm going to enter my item ID. Just for simplicity, I'm just going to call it tachometer. And the description can be anything you want it to be. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add the class or inventory class. These are categories that allow you to segregate your inventory items and default a lot of the information that you need to populate in the screen. In this case, I am going to elect electronic, and if I click on my looking glass, it'll give me all the different categories that I have. I'm going to parts and accessories. Let's see. And automatically, as you can see, it populates a lot of the information in the screen based on my election of electronics. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Fitment and tell the system which vehicles this tachometer will work with. So I'm going to click the plus sign here, and it is basically asking me year, make, and model. So one of the things I can do is I can say, for example, 2016 Mercedes, and under model, I can either pick a model or say maybe it works in all models, all AMG models. I want you to know that it automatically puts the date and the user ID of the person that modified that line. So if somebody else comes along and makes a change, you would be able to tell who it was. Let's just add another one. Let's just say from 2016 to 2020, BMW. And in this case, we're going to say the 430, I think it is. Yep. And then we're going to say 2015 to 2020, Audi. And let's just pick the A4. So we have selected the vehicles that this particular item is suited for. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to pick price classes. So in this case, actually, all I'm going to do is I'm going to put a manufacturing suggested retail price of $235. And I can enter the cost. The cost will be automatically updated as I receive POs, depending on the way in which you're evaluating your inventory item. Sorry about that. Warehouses, I can have it in multiple warehouses, and in this case, my retail warehouse will sell it at $235, but I may also want to add a wholesale warehouse that gets a different price. So what I can do is I can add this to my wholesale. And then give it a different price for that particular warehouse. So when I sell out of this warehouse, then it's $137. It is also possible that the cost of your items will be different depending on the different warehouses. So we can handle all of that. For, this is my warehouse. Go back to my item. And now when I go to my warehouse details, I have both of them there. And I can specify the vendor details, and then for each one of my vendors, I can have different lead times, different minimums and maximum order quantities, um, lot sizes. We can track serial numbers, um, anything we need to track. Then I'm going to go to attributes, and this is where things get really interesting. So one of the things that that we can do is track any information that you may need to track for that particular item. So for example, I have created some examples here, in this case colors. So I'm going to say, okay, this is my black tachometer. There's different attributes, pixel size. These can be your user definable fields. Whatever it is that you want to track for this item, we can put it here. There's unlimited number of attributes, so as many as you need to track, we can track in this category. These user definable fields are attached to the item class. So these are the user definable fields that I have elected for the electronic and computer type of class. So if you have a different class called brakes, then we have a whole set of different attributes. The other thing we have is the sales categories. And again, all this is information that allows you to segregate your items. So in this case, I'm going to go under electronics, and let's just say that these are power booster. And last but not least, I can attach images to my item. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this here. And I'm going to open this, and I'm just going to take this item, which is a picture of a tachometer. I'm just going to drag and drop it in there. Other things that I can do, I can attach packaging information, volume, weight, and so on. Any cross references. So what is my vendor? Maybe I have a customer that calls this item a certain number and I need to track that, or a vendor, the way that the vendor calls the item, and then any replenishment information that I have for this item. Well, today you have learned how to create a new item for the automotive industry. Thank you for watching.